rounds up August 26th at RPM Speedway, and I know Martin Boulanger has followed that series the last couple of years, and it's turned into quite the series race for the Pro Stock. We get all the big hitters coming in, and that'll be July 2nd here. It's 50 laps for the Pro Stocks, and then of course they're going to travel down the road to Granby, Autodrome Drummond, and then RPM Speedway.
Yes, as you were mentioning, it's a pretty competitive series, almost comparable to the Dirt Car Pro Stock series that we get the American drivers as well. But for this series, it involves all the local runners from here, Cornwall, and as well from the guys from the province of Quebec. So it's really the top quality. It's a high quality field of both both provinces. So it's and there's some really good drivers, and most of them are becoming regulars here also on Sunday night. So it's it's a pretty neat series that started I think 2 years ago, and replacing the former Mohawk Race Sport series. So that new series, the Ultimate Pro Stock series, is now becoming the norm for the regular drivers here, and wanted to compete in the region as well. So,
and I'll tell you, this series, it's something you want to follow. It's a 50-lap race. We bring in all the top drivers. There's time trials, there's heat qualifying, and then every now and again, there's enough of them that they've got to go to concede races, and of course, there's redraws and everything like that. But if you've never been down to Granby, Drummond, or RPM, that's a good time to check it out. Follow the series, and if it follows really closely, like it starts here July the 2nd, the next week, it's in Granby, and then the following night, it's in Drummond. So, I mean, that's a great way to learn the drivers and follow them along, and you see how they react at different tracks. And of course, Granby and Drummond, totally different than Cornwall. Cornwall's a quarter-mile bull ring, and Granby and Drummond really wide open, lots of room for these drivers to make a little error and still be able to recover. Not so much here. We got 3 lanes, and that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you were mentioning RPM. RPM is probably the most similar track to Cornwall in tightness, and it's a quarter mile as well. It's a bull ring. It's a small track. It's still even smaller than here. So it's for them, the drivers that are regular here at Cornwall, usually they do well. Rocco Bain won there in the past. David Bissonnette has won as well. They dominated one of the Dirt Car Pro Stock series there. So used to race here on a small track. Going to RPM, it's really makes a difference. And you were mentioning this is a really nice weekend. The Granby and Drummondville, it's about 2 nights, so it's a little vacation as well, and people can go there, and the drivers can go there and talk to the locals there and have a few beers after the races and enjoy their night, enjoy their weekend before coming back here on the Sunday evening. So it's a nice thing to have for these drivers.
I know it's really something I'm going to be looking into this year. Of course, like you said, you go down to Granby and you head down. Usually the races are done by 11. They have to be done by 11.
Yeah,
they have
exactly.
a curfew, and so that means you're even if you do stick around and talk to the racers a little bit, you're on the road, and you're in Drummondville by 1 o'clock in the morning, and then you just get a room, and the next day you go to the track early and you see the same racers and all set up, ready to go again.
Yeah, these guys really enjoy these types of weekends usually, and just like I was mentioning, take a few beers here and there in Granby and Drummondville the night after. Usually they camp there at both tracks, and they travel back to Cornwall to race. So it makes for them a three night of racing, but it's good for them. It's good seat time as well, and seeing other tracks, other type of drivers, and just getting out of being with the same drivers. So it's good for them.
Well, it's interesting to see that when the way they run differently at different tracks. Like I said, we see the guys here on a regular basis that like guys like Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette, Stéphane Lebrun, Rock Aubin, and then I'd gone down to Granby a few times and watched them run down there for series races, and it's totally different. I mean, they've got the car set up totally different. The gearing is different. They're so much faster, and like I said, there's just so much more room for them to try to make those passes that you won't see here. And of course, to see a pro stock going that fast is something else, because they just don't have enough room here to get wound up and ready and just flying around the track.
Yeah, exactly. And running at Granby is probably one of the toughest track to adjust a car. Talking to drivers that don't go there often, it's pretty tough to get the setup right off the bat. But for them, just to be able to visit one of the top facilities in the dirt car racing, it's nice for them. And being able to race on a regular basis here at Cornwall as well. So they're pretty fortunate to have some great facilities to run around the region here.
And just an hour and a half down the road with the 30, the way it's been put through, and you come right to Valleyfield, you take the 30, and you're there in an hour and a half. I mean, you don't have to go down through Montreal anymore. That was the hardest part on a Friday, was trying to get to Granby on time. So if you leave here at 4 o'clock, guess what? You're hitting traffic in Montreal. You're not making it on time. You're getting there, and the starting classes have already started, and basically you're halfway into the heat sometimes. But now you're there in an hour and a half, and you get to see some great racing, and it's a nice party atmosphere down there. I've been there many times, and I really like going there.
Yeah, I've been there a few times with you and our pit steward as well, André Poulet, on a few occasions, and yeah, it's always a fun time to go there and see all the people, and it's always great racing up in Quebec as well. So.
That's pretty much the only traveling series that we have. Of course, we've got the small block race and the big block race, but that's on a larger scale, where you're not going to see the same competitors night in and night out. I mean, some of the guys will travel it, but this is a 4-race series. It's much more compact. The racers will keep going for 4 races, and I mean, we've got some monster races coming up. Of course, our Canadian National leg that we started tonight, 125 laps, we still have to get that in, and that's been bumped to July the 2nd. So that's the same night as the Pro Stock Series. So that's going to be a busy night for us, especially for you, Martin.
Yeah.
Up and down the stairs with all the interviews. Timmy and I were mentioning that earlier. Thank you for doing that, because Timmy and I are getting older.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I am. I don't know about Timmy.
I'm starting to feel it. I can tell you that. That is for sure.
But I'm older than Timmy, so
I know that's the other. That's the one thing that I don't understand. and we're both fathers, so I don't understand. But
that's fine.
The one thing I do know, the one event that I am looking forward to, I always look forward to the big block race, but I am really anticipating the World of Outlaw Craftsman Late Model Series coming back next week.
Yeah, I was looking at the results from the Dream last night at Eldora, and looking at some of the names that will be here next week. So some of the guys did really well. It's one of the crown jewels that ran yesterday with the Dream at Eldora, but seeing a lot of guys, and there's a new, we'll probably talk a little bit later on, but there's a lot of new guys following the series this year, the tour. So
yes,
especially Chris Madden, currently second in the points. That's a guy that I'm looking forward to see in the 44 car, and we'll have some great names as well. So we'll talk about the drivers a little bit later on, but no, we're looking forward to that, and
right.
We'll have a special guy with us in the booth next week as well. So.
He's very special, and his name is Rick Eshelman. Coming back this year as the voice of the World of Outlaw Craftsman Late Model Series. Had a chance to work with Rick at the Volusia Speedway Park this year. And you mentioned some of the Craftsman Late Model Series drivers. Brandon Shepard is the current point leader. Chris Madden currently second in points. Tyler Erb, Shane Clanton, Scrub, as they call him, Rick Eckert. Devin Moran, Donnie Moran's son, is out there battling with the World of Outlaws this year, and Chubzilla, just among others. A lot of great drivers in the World of Outlaw Craftsman Late Model Series, and you will see them here next Sunday night as we get set and ready to go. This is the makeup feature for the Cindy Lannister Memorial Mini Stock Series. This race was slated to be held on May the 22nd, but of course Mother Nature decided that wasn't going to happen, but we are going to make that happen here tonight. And this is what Cindy would have wanted, so this is what we're going to do. As Carl Potvin will lead him down to the green in the 14 machine. Outside of will be last week's feature winner, Mark Dagenet. Well, actually, the only feature winner so far for the Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stocks. Alexis Charbonneau in the 49 alongside of Skylar Ladouceur in the 74. Inside row 3 is going to be Terry Ladouceur in the 74 with Brighton Speedway regular Tyler French in the 0 machine. Francis Desjardins in the 13, the D13 I should say. Outside will be Corey Gates in the number 83. Back there inside that next row we'll find Eric Jean-Louis in the number 9. Outside slated to go will be Justin LaRue in the number 2L. Jamie Larocque in car number 12 alongside of him. Dylan Kirkland in the number 88. Fourth place finish last night. Had the lead going into the final restart, and transmission issues sidelined him, or actually pushed him back a couple of spots in the finishing order to fourth, but he's ready to go here tonight. Dustin Bodie in the number 77. Second here on May the 28th, and rounding out your field in car number 3, former champion in the Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stocks, that is Mike Gaucher. So here we go, Marty. And
yeah, Mike Gaucher was supposed to start second in this feature, but he was late for the lineup, so that's why he got penalized to start at the back.
I see. Well, if anybody can come from the back and win it, he can do it. 25 laps. Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Mini Stock Series is green. Everybody hustling through turns 1 and 2. It will be Carl Potvin out in front. Mark Dagenet, the tallest driver in the mini stock division here in 2017, will pull it up to the 2 spot. Alexis Charbonneau in the 49 down on the bottom. Terry Ladouceur right there with him on the top side, but it will be Carl Potvin leading the way at lap number 1. Mark Dagenet back there second. Looking back through this field, Tyler French got way out of shape over there in turn number 1, brings it back on. Didn't lose a bunch of spots. He's actually going to try to get by Francis Desjardins for the number 6 position, trying to bring Jamie Larocque with him, and does just that as they're working up off the corner. Dagenet with problems in the 15, and that car, something has gone away on it. It is not going whatsoever. He's wheeling it there through turns 1 and 2. We'll keep our eye on him. He is still moving down the backstretch, but at a slow pace. Meanwhile, Carl Potvin's not moving at a slow pace. He is flying around this racetrack. He's opened up on a half straightaway advantage over the 74 duo of Terry and Skylar Ladouceur. They dice it up for second and third. Charbonneau back there in the 4th spot. Jamie Larocque has charged through this field as well. Larocque started. He was slated to go from 19th. Obviously a couple of cars missing, but he has come from the back of the field. He's now running in the top 5 here as we click off lap number 4. Tyler French in the number 0 machine, holding down the number 6 spot. Mike Gaucher in a battle with Corey Gates back there for the 8th spot as they battle with Francis Desjardins in the D13. Meanwhile, no change at the front of the field. It still is Carl Potvin in control. Terry Ladouceur making it difficult on Skylar to try to get by for the number 2 spot. Terry pushes up the hill. Skylar trying to get back by on the bottom, and they draw even turns with one another down the back stretch and give the number 2 spot to Skylar Ladouceur as they head through turns 3 and 4, and Skylar pushes off the racetrack in turn number 4, trying to get it turned and kisses the wall over there in turn number 4. That will bring the yellow flag out with 5 laps in the books. So Carl Potvin is the race leader. Of course, this is the held over feature from May 22nd for the Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Mini Stocks, and now we know why Skylar Ladouceur's car didn't turn. Flat right front tire on the number 74L. After this, we'll have the first qualifying heat for the Street Stock Invitational, and it'll be 6 laps in distance. I believe 2 qualifying heats in total tonight for the Street Stocks. Then we'll go into the Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Division, then the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Sportsman, the 358 Modifieds after that for 10 laps. Keep in mind, Sportsman and Modified divisions will have their Heat Point Championships. The Sportsman, of course, the RSI Industrial title is on the line, and the Swaron Engineering Cup as well. Pro Stocks, they're looking for some RSI Industrial Heat Points as well. Mark Dagenet returns to the field a couple of laps behind the number 15. Mini stocks will be up after that. We'll give them some time to breathe after this 25-lap feature go, and then come back with the Street Stock Invitational for 25 laps, and then the Novice Sportsman for 15 laps here tonight. So that's the tentative schedule of events. Of course, that is subject to change, and we'll keep you posted on any changes, but looks like that's what we're going to go with.
Yes, it's a pretty busy evening, as I was mentioning earlier. This is the first of 7 features tonight, so it's a pretty busy evening.
Yes, it is.
But
I'm looking forward to it.
Sun is shining. There's practically no clouds in the sky, so we can't complain.
Yeah, absolutely. After the first couple of weeks we've had, we'll take this. Out of the corner, green lights back on, and everybody from Terry Ladouceur on back did not get going. Looks like we're going to call that start back. So Carl Potvin. The one-way radio obviously not working very well. So, message has been sent, letting Carl Potvin know to, the yellow flag comes out, to obey the law. Oh, and they stack the field up at the wired audio fire zone. 4 wide down the front stretch at the green flag. Oh, this could get ugly down in turn number 1. Dustin Bodie gets the wall. Jamie LaRock spins in front of everybody and doesn't get hit at all. Parks it in the infield in turn number 1. That will bring the yellow back out. Once again, restart is between the wired audio signs down there in turn number 4, the wired audio fire zone. Taking a look at the Polar Sound DJ Service mini stock points, we've only had one feature event in 2017. Mark Dagenet is your point leader, 65 points. Skylar Ladouceur second at 60. Dustin Bodie is third in points at 56. Alexis Charbonneau fourth at 51. And Carl Potvin tied with Terry Ladouceur for the number 5 spot in the mini stock points here for 2017. White flag being displayed this time. A lot of great racing action already this weekend in the mini stock divisions all across the area. Mohawk International, we had the Bandit division over there. Richard Thornton took the victory over there, his 3rd win in 4 tries. Last night, our 3rd first-time winner in 4 weeks, Melissa Gifford, picked up her first career mini stock win at Brockville. Dylan Kirkland came home 4th last night. Dustin Bodie had a great run as well, coming home in the 3rd spot. We're set, ready to go at the wired audio fire zone. A little better start that time. Green lights are back on, and we're back underway. Carl Potvin once again wasting no time, jumping out into the race lead. And Mike Gaucher a little wide in turn number 2. He got shuffled out of line there, loses about 3 spots as they click off lap number 7. Potvin in control. Terry Ladouceur, who has a pro stock win here back a couple of seasons ago, but he wants to get his first mini stock win if he can. Alexis Charbonneau, regular at Autodrome Granby on Friday nights, makes the trip all the way to Cornwall here on Sunday nights to compete with us. Great addition to our field. Holding on to the 3rd spot. He picked up a win here last year as well. Tyler French, a Brighton Speedway regular, holding down 4th. And Francis Desjardins picks up the 5 spot. Dustin Bodie got a little bit wide off of corner number 2, and he lost a couple of positions, battling now with Corey Gates to try to regain 6th with Mike Gaucher behind him in 7th. 8th is Dylan Kirkland. The 25, or the 2L of Justin LaRue back there 9th, and Roxana Moore completes Eric Jean-Louis rather completes the field in the number 9. Top 4 breakaway at the front of the field right now. We're 10 laps into this one. Carl Potvin has led every lap so far. Terry Ladouceur trying to hold Alexis Charbonneau at bay for the 2 spot. I don't know if that's going to happen because here he comes down on the low lane. And Charbonneau picks up 2nd spot as they head into turns 3 and 4. Mark Dagenet makes his way back out as we click off lap number 11. We are closing in on the halfway point. The Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Mini Stock Series, 25 laps the distance today. Of course, this is the makeup show from May 22nd. Carl Potvin trying to put it in the record books as the first ever series winner. And Tyler French went to go by Terry Ladouceur on the bottom, but he ran out of real estate on the inside lane. Had to use a portion of the infield to keep from running into the side of Ladouceur. Meanwhile, 12 laps are complete. It's been all Carl Potvin up to this point. Bringing it down into turns 3 and 4. It is still Potvin in control. 5-car length advantage over the 49 of Charbonneau, who holds the second spot. Terry Ladouceur still third. Then Tyler French, Bright Regular, sitting back there fourth. Mike Gaucher has finally moved his way up into the top 5. Mark Dagenet still with problems in turns 1 and 2. Cannot keep that car up to speed. We'll keep our eye on him, though. But the top 4 drivers in this field running away and hiding from everybody out there. Carl Potvin in control, closing in. 11 laps are left to go this time by. Alexis Charbonneau still second, battling with Terry Ladouceur and Tyler French for position. Caution flag on the racetrack. Mike Gaucher with problems over off of corner number 3. Apparent possibly a flat tire with his ride. Mentioned coming up after this, we will go right into our regular night heat events. Street stocks will be the first ones up. And some debris over there in turn number 1 was reported as well. Track officials going over to take a look at that. Tyler French, who is running in the 4th spot, he has gone pit side as well with the 0 machine. Tough break for him. Tyler, a strong runner. Every time he comes to Brockville or Cornwall, he's always a threat to win the feature. But right now, that could be looking very grim. So white flag being displayed this time by. Ten cars remaining on the racetrack in this one. Closing in on the final stages of this Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Series race for the Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stocks. I mentioned it's been a good weekend of racing already. Mohawk International Raceway, we did not have the modifieds on the card, but we did have the Empire Super Sprints, and well, there was a reversal of the top 2 from 1 week ago here. Steve Poirier took the victory and took nephew Jordan to school as he went to the winner's circle at Mohawk Friday, picking up his 63rd career Empire Super Sprint victory. We'll get into some more of the winners from this weekend. Green lights back on, and we're back underway. Carl Potvin picks up the race lead. He has led every lap so far, but here comes Alexis Charbonneau down into turns 3 and 4. Charbonneau right there on the back bumper and literally pushing Potvin through corner number 4 and down the home straightaway. 10 laps left to go. Francis Desjardins holds the 3rd spot. Problems in just heading into turn number 3 with the number 9 of Eric Jean-Louis, and that will bring the yellow flag back out. So a tough break for Eric, and he gives a signal to be pushed back to pit road. White flag will be displayed. Green lights back on, and away we go. As they head through 3 and 4, now Charbonneau loses the second spot to Francis Desjardins as Desjardins going after the race leader here. 9 laps left to go, and Carl Potvin looking to go point to point here if he can. Desjardins still holds second. Charbonneau closes back in. Terry Ladouceur back there in fourth. Battle on for the number 5 spot with Corey Gates and Dustin Bodie. And Bodie picks up the 5th spot going after Ladouceur for position number 4 down in front here. 17 laps on the board. 8 more remain. Carl Potvin looking to take it home. He's been the dominant driver here today. They head into turns 3 and 4. Charbonneau closing in one more time off of turn number 4. Desjardins trying to get back after Alexis Charbonneau for the 3rd spot. Then everybody's after Terry Ladouceur for 4th. They got him 2 wide. We got him 3 wide. We're going to try 3 wide again. No, the 2L of Jamie LaRue thought better of it and got it back to 2 wide alongside of Corey Gates. Mike Gaucher trying to charge back through this field, as is Tyler French. Dylan Kirkland trying to do the same thing as they work it up off the corner. 19 laps are complete, 6 more to go. It's been the Carl Potvin Charity Classic at the front of the field. He has led every lap off the turn, 5 to go, this time by Alexis Charbonneau still second, followed by Francis Desjardins. They are battling hard for positions 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. As Terry Ladouceur has Mike Gaucher to his inside, not for much longer as Gaucher picks up the spot. Oh, Terry Ladouceur and the 2. Justin LaRue get into one another in turn number 1, and that will bring the yellow out with just 4 laps left to go.
As we have a little bit of time off as we're working on the 74 car in turn number 2, we invite all the kids to go and register to the Kids Club, and also tonight we have a special on photos. Every kid that went and registered or confirmed their name will receive a free photo courtesy of our one of our photographers, Sylvain Lawlers. He's offering that tonight, and he's having also specials on his some on his photos as well. So everything is located here below the Tower B. So and we'll have also our junior flagman Sheldon Berger that will flag the first heat event of the evening, the street stocks that are already lined up as soon as we've completed our 25-lap Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Series tonight. So I invite everyone, if you want some great photos from our different photographers, go to the booth located here below Tower B. And also I invite the kids 12 years and under to go and register, as the other weeks you'll have a chance to win a bicycle and also some other cool draws. So j'invite tous les enfants de 12 ans et moins, si vous voulez vous enregistrer pour le club des enfants, je vous invite à aller en dessous de la tour B. Vous avez l'occasion aussi de recevoir une photo gratuite, gracieuseté du photographe Sylvain Lawlers, as the green flag will come back to him.
Looking to close this one out. 4 laps left to decide it. Carl Potvins led every lap. And Alexis Charbonneau did not get going. He's going to lose about 3 spots on the initial start. Tyler French and Charbonneau make some contact as they head through 1 and 2. Do you think these drivers want this first big one of the year? As they head down the back straightaway, Carl Potvin has pretty much got the best seat in the house. He's pulled away from everybody right now as they head into turns 3 and 4 down the home straightaway. 3 laps left to go. Potvin in control. Francis Desjardins second. Mike Gaucher has had a battle to get to where he is right now, but he's third. Tyler French, he's also charged through the field. He's up to 4th, followed by Charbonneau into the 5 spot. As they work it off at turns 3 and 4, Justin Leroux is 6th, Dustin Bodie 7th, and Mark Dagenet completes the field. 2 laps left to go. Carl Potvin trying to put it in the record book, but Francis Desjardins, Mike Gaucher after one another once again for 2nd and 3rd. Tyler French trying to move in as well. White flag in the air for Carl Potvin. They head down into turns 1 and 2. Desjardins still 2nd. All kinds of pressure from Mike Gaucher, Tyler French, Alexis Charbonneau. 4 cars right there battling from 2nd on back, but nobody is going to catch Carl Potvin today off of corner number 4, and he wins. Carl Potvin will take the Cindy Ladouceur Memorial 25. Desjardins crosses 2nd. Mike Gaucher, Tyler French, and Alexis Charbonneau, your top 5. Great battle out there for the first ever Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Mini Stock Series as part of the Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Division here. And Carl Potvin dominated, led every lap, walked away. No contest.
Well, pulled away on that last lap as well, as everybody was bunching up behind him on that restart. But as you mentioned it, Potvin, start to finish, takes the checkered here in the first Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Series race.
Quick update from 5 Mile Point. Sorry, Huey. The hot lap sessions just completed there. Matt Shepard, Tim Fuller, and Billy Decker fastest in the 3 sessions there. I'll kind of try to keep you posted.
What a surprise! Those 3 guys top fast.
No way! You got to be
heard of them
kidding
before,
me.
you know. I've seen them run a few laps here and there. Well, a reminder: the Cindy Ladouceur Memorial Series. There's a lot of sponsors that help out with this series, and there's a lot of money up for grabs. First place in the series will take home $700 at the end of the season. Second, $350. Third, $150. Of course, there's prizes if you want. The top tier regular points. $500. Tires, dash for dash, only 6 drivers. Final in the points, $250. The Polar Sound DJ service, $100 for perfect attendance. And 613 Motorsports is giving away gas cards for $75 and halfway per event. So all kinds of sponsorship helping out making series races. Come to Cornwall Motor Speedway and stay here. Without all these sponsors, you just can't make it work. And here's the back to Victory Circle and Martin Belanger down there are guiding all the interviews for us this year. Tim, you making our job here at the Speedway so easy. I'm thinking we'll send it down to you.
Thanks. Yes, this year and right now, the winner circle. So a good round of applause for your mini stock feature winner, Cal Potvin.
Enlever son casque, une première victoire en carrière pour la voiture 14 de Carl Potvin. On viendra s'entretenir quelques instants avec lui. Carl, félicitations, une belle victoire ce soir. On a parti sur la pole, mais on a réussi à amener pendant 25 tours une finale quand même, somme toute.
Moi, c'est ma première année. Des résultats, là, dans le fond.
On voit là, que c'était un groupe de pilotes là, qui est quand même compétitif. Là. On a vu la voiture 49, les 274 venir se battre avec toi. Là. Ça va être un bon challenge pour toute la saison avec toi. Là.
Mais ça, je suis vraiment content, puis c'est bien le fun. Les gars, ils ont de l'air bien sport et tout. C'est bien correct. Je n'ai pas rien d'autre à rajouter.
So he's his first feature winner in the mini stock. Hear it for the number 14 of Carl Potvin. So guys, back up to you as the street stocks are getting ready to hit the speedway for their heat race.
Well, thanks a lot, Martin. And, well, we've got François Bourgeois going down for the presentation of the Cindy Ladouceur Trophy, the Memorial Series, the first race in this series, first of 3. And, of course, the fine folks from BDO Canada over in the VIP. I was just over there a few moments ago, and everyone looked like they were having a good time. I mean, how do you not? You've got one of the best vantage points in the track. You're in the VIP booth. It's air-conditioned. They got food and beverages. I mean, that's the way to watch a race.
They got cake?
I didn't notice if there was cake, Tim.
Darn it. Well, I'll have to check on that.
Well, you want to have your cake and eat it too?
Yes, I do.
Ah. Now, Potvin will climb back in the car, and we're going to start our regular night here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway with the street stock coming out for their first heat. And, well, it's been a while, Timmy. They used to run here on a regular basis. Last year was, of course, they came in every now and again, did a series race kind of like this. But it's nice to see them back. They always put on a good show. And it's like the vintage Sportsman a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
You don't see these body styles anymore. Of course, the old Camaro style. Like, look at louvered back window. I mean, that takes you back.
Yeah, it does. A couple of years.
But
Well, a lot of these drivers from the Brighton Speedway and also from Brockville.
Well, 6 laps will be the distance, the 3 of Dick back. Steve Brady in the 11B.
Check.
Nick Govro in the 74. They're going to fire in the wired audio zone. Justin Ramsey in the 03 out to an early lead. Wade Purchase in the 53. Nice run from the back of the pack. He's up into third now. Making a run on Govro down on the bottom. Govro in the 74 up to the top side. Purchase down to the bottom with the 53. They're challenging. Great battle going on for second. They're trying to catch Ramsey. Justin Ramsey in the 03, the leader right from the start. And here comes Wade Purchase on the inside with the 53. Trying to close the gap. Al Ramsey in the early lead at the halfway point. 3 and 3 to go here in the first street stock heat. Still remember when we called them Duke stocks? That was really going back. Well, Steve Brady with the 11B, who got a problem with that hood flapping in the breeze just a little bit. Now Justin Ramsey continues to lead. Wade Purchase trying to close the gap, but he's having a hard time with that. A backstretch lead now for Ramsey over the rest of the field as they come by the flag stand this time. White out on the field one more time around for Ramsey. Justin Ramsey right from the start. Looks like he's going to hold it all together. Just 2 more corners to go. Now bring it down through 3 and 4 and past the flag stand this time. Checkered flag will wave for Justin Ramsey in the 0-3. And Purchase loops it in turn number 3. Gives up second to Govro in the 74, but will finish in third with the 53. That'll be Steve Brady fourth and Dick Plenty rounding out in the 5th spot. But it was all Justin Ramsey early on and right on through. As he brings it down to the flag stand, the Sylvain Hours. How about a round of applause for the 0-3 of Justin Ramsey? Well, Timmy, Wade
Yes,
Purchase had second locked up, looped it in 4, and gave it away to Govro.
Yes, and Wade Purchase, 2 wins at Brockville already this year, and Justin Ramsey, him and Wade both compete regular at the Brighton Speedway on their Saturday night stomping grounds, and Ramsey getting the win here tonight as heat number 2 rolls trackside. Michael Dillon in the number 23 leading the way out. Tyler Bushy, newest street stock winner in the number X15. His dad Roger, a former track champion at Brockville in 1999. Sheldon Hugworth, he's competed a bunch here in sportsman action. He's back here in the street stock number 27 ride. To his outside would be the 57J of Jason Fennerly. And Kyle Massey in the number 18C machine. White flag set to come on out. 6 laps is the slated distance for the street stocks. They'll come back later on for their 25-lap invitational feature event. Five cars, 6 laps is the distance. Green lights are on, and we're back underway. Quickly into 1 and 2, Tyler Bushy pushes up the racetrack, gets into the side of Michael Dillon just a little bit, but they straighten it all out. And Tyler Bushy, the race leader, man out of Ogdensburg, New York. Sheldon Hugworth and Michael Dillon make a little contact. Hugworth gets pushed to the infield. That opens the door for Jason Fennerly to get by for the number 3 spot. And Kyle Massey and Sheldon Hugworth tangle up here on the front stretch. Hugworth with a flat right front tire, limping it around on the outside portion of the racetrack. A yellow flag will be displayed. Of course, I mentioned a lot of racing action already this weekend. The Modifieds had the night off at Mohawk, but the Empire Super Sprints were there. Steve Poirier took home his 63rd career series win. Nephew Jordan was second. Matt Billings came home in the 3rd spot, his best ever ESS finish. Sportsman Division, first-time winner Cedric Govro picked up the victory over our own Gabe Sear. He crossed in 2nd. Mod Light Division went to Derek Ellsworth for the 3rd time. Richard Thornton was victorious for the 3rd time in the Mandate Division. And Novice Sportsman saw a terrible flip by Kurt Russell, who won the previous week, but Agwali White did pick up the win. 15 years old, picked up his first career Novice Sportsman win, getting some help this year from Mike Stacy. So white flag being displayed, and that was the deal going on at Mohawk. And we had the Quebec Lightning Sprints over there as well. What a finish. Eric Sundberg by about that much over Sabrina Blanchette.
Yeah, Sundberg is a good, really good driver, a former modified runner up in Quebec as well, but one of the top runners in that Lightning Sprint Series as well.
Yes, and ran very well and timed it perfectly. Got by Sabrina on the final lap, led the last 150 feet for the victory. And now a couple of Brockville regulars going at one another. Actually, all four out there are Brockville Speedway regulars. Michael Dillon, sophomore this year in street stocks, as he's trying to get by Bushy and does so in turns 3 and 4. Jason Federley back there third as we head off of corner number 4. 2 laps in the books, 4 laps left to go. Kyle Massey still getting used to things out there in the number 18 machine. Ran a partial schedule with us last year at Brockville and now full time. As they head through 3 and 4, halfway home, 3 complete, 3 more to go, and Michael Dillon trying to hold on and win it, but Bushy is giving him all sorts of fits down there in turns 1 and 2. Jason Federley, his brother Kevin, a multi-time champion here in the semi-pro street stock division. They head through 3 and 4, 2 to go this time by. Dillon pushes up the racetrack. Here comes Tyler Bushy after him down in front. Won't get him that time as they head through turns 1 and 2. Michael Dillon right through the middle. Here comes Bushy one more time. Turns it hard left off the bottom side of the racetrack, but Dillon shuts the door on him, headed down into turn number 3. White flag being displayed as great 3-car battle for the win. White flag is in the air. Michael Dillon with the advantage once again. Here comes Tyler once again on that outside. Gives a little bit of a shot to Dillon down the back straightaway. 57 of Federley watches this from third as Kyle Massey completes it in fourth. Checkered flag is out. Can Tyler Bushy do anything with him? He slides it down to the bottom. Checkered flag is out. Michael Dillon by a half car length will get the victory. Tyler Bushy will cross in second, followed by Jason Federley in third. Kyle Massey will complete the rest of your field in fourth, and that does it for the street stock invitational drivers. They will head pit side and come back for their 25-lap feature a little later on. But as he heads into victory lane, how about a big round of applause for the 23 of Michael Dillon?
By a front fender.
Front fender.
Tyler Bushy really tried to make a move on that out of turn number 4. Nice crossover move to go high, dive low, and showed him the nose.
Yep.
He had him for a bit, but it was just at the line that...
Novice sportsman ready to roll.
Well, 2 heats, Tim, here in the Polar Sound DJ service. Novice Sportsman Division. Now Dukes Thompson in the 4J leads them around. Kyer in the 28 on the outside. And we got Greg Izard in the 87 piloting that Polar Express this evening, but it's all Dukes Thompson early on. Kaye getting his first feature win a couple of weeks ago here at the Cornwall Speedway. Wants to get back in there. But Dukes Thompson won a couple of them last year, and he's trying to hold them off. Good battle going on right now. Chris Kaye right behind Dukes Thompson, keeping them honest as they come to the halfway point. 3 laps in, 3 to go. And first of 2 heats. Correction, 4 in, 4 to go. White flag comes out for Dukes Thompson. Kaye slips up the track just a little bit, and he's going to pull it off on the backstretch. And he's going to take it pit side. Checkered flag waving for Dukes Thompson in the 4J. And Alex Gagnon in the 22A, able to come home in the number 2 spot as Kaye pulls it off the track on the backstretch, took it pit side. Izard will round out in fourth with the 87. As Dudes Thompson brings the Warrior Racing Machine for the victory. How about a round of applause for the 4J of Dudes Thompson? And we're getting set to roll out our second Polar Sound DJ Service Novice Sportsman Heat. And Martin's got the call for this one.
Thanks, Huey, as we're gearing to the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Sportsman Heat race, as we'll have the 04 of Scott McGill, the M70 of Billy Cook, the 22C of Cedric Govro, the 35 of Thomas Cook, 150 of Dylan Sallow, the 44 of David Rogers, 98H of Justin Lalancette, 83 of Pascal Racette, and rounding out the field, the 1R of Ricky Thompson. We have 25 sportsmen in the pits tonight. We're going green. Un bon départ ici pour les deux Scott McGill et Billy Cook. On roule côte à côte alors qu'on viendra compléter le premier tour. Thomas Cook suit de près. L'avantage au premier tour pour le 70 de Billy Cook devant McGill. Thomas Cook qui s'attaque à la deuxième position. Cédric Gauvreau et Justin Lalancette, le top 5. Billy Cook, your leader, with good battle so far for the second spot between Thomas Cook and Scott McGill. Cook is able to take second over McGill. Cédric Gauvreau still holding off the 98H of Justin Lalancette. Billy Cook toujours votre meneur. Le vétéran pilote de la réserve Aquasasné, toujours un régulier en Sportsman avec son petit-fils Thomas Cook qui bataille présentement pour la deuxième position avec Scott McGill. Bonne bataille également pour la quatrième entre Gauvreau et Lalancette. Dylan Sallow, David Rogers, Ricky Thompson et Pascal Racette. Billy Cook aura de la compagnie avec Thomas. Thomas Cook viendra tenter de chercher la première position. Billy Cook toujours votre meneur. Billy Cook still in the lead. 2 laps to go. 2 tours à faire dans cette première de 3 qualifications. 25 voitures ce soir du côté de Cornwall en Sportsman. Billy Cook, drapeau blanc. 1 lap to go for the veteran driver. Thomas Cook running side by side with Billy Cook. The winner is Billy Cook, the veteran driver, over Thomas Cook, Scott McGill, Justin Lalancette, and Cedric Gauvreau, your top 5 runners.
Martin, I think another lap, Thomas might have had something for Billy.
Probably, but it's nice to see a veteran driver, Billy Cook, winning a heat. We'll come and get the checker flag. So a good round of applause for the M70 of Billy Cook.
It's always nice to see guys like Billy in the winner's circle. Every time you bump into him, he's always got a smile on his face and a handshake for you. So, you know, it's always good to see guys like Billy in the winner's circle.
So second heat for the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Sportsman Division, rolling trackside. Slated to go away from the pole, Chris Ferguson in the 08 alongside of Gabriel Sear in the 94. Row 2 of the 58 of Steve Morris with the 15B of Brianna Ladouceur. Row number 3. Last week's feature winner, the first time in his career, Derek Kreideman in the 102, along with Francis Blanchette in the 33B. Completing your field will be the 0 of Shane Pecor and Styles Arquette in car number 4S, making his first start of the year with us here at Cornwall. Styles a regular at the Mohawk International Raceway on Friday nights. So, set to go green off of turn number 4. 8 laps is the distance. RSI Industrial Heat points on the line. 5 to the winner, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all the way through the top 5. Right now, Gabriel Cyr has the most points at 5. We'll see if he can keep that all the way through to the end. Brianna Ladouceur still second. Derek Kreineman and Francis Blanchette having it out for the number 5 position right there. So we click off lap number 1. It is Gabe Cyr out in front. Brianna Ladouceur, who struggled just a little bit here to start the 2017 season, but looks like they got that car figured out now, and they're almost, well, they are 3 wide coming off the turn. Ladouceur, Pecor, and Steve Morris right there to challenge as well, as the 15 of Ladouceur holds the 2 spot. Meanwhile, Gabriel Cyr is checked out. He's opened up about 4 car lengths already. Brianna Ladouceur still second. Here comes Shane Pecor dipping down to the low lane as Pecor will try to get the number 2 spot away as they head into 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Ladouceur keeps it wound up on the outside lane. Pecor down on the low lane as Steve Morris watches from 4th. Derek Kreineman has cleared the 33 of Blanchette to round out the top 5. Blanchette is 6th, followed by Styles Arquette in 7th. Meanwhile, battle on once again for position number 2 as the 15 of Ladouceur has the outside lane. Pecor down on the bottom, and they're working off the corner, and they're still side by side for position as they click off lap number 5. Just past the halfway point in this 8-lap heat event, first of 3 on the night for the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell. Sportsman is behind the 2nd and 3rd place cars. Steve Morris and Derek Kreineman made a little contact. Meanwhile, no change for the leader. Gabe Cyr still well on in front. Shane Pecor and Brianna Ladouceur leaning on one another out there. Pecor will get the position off of turn number 2. Ladouceur relegated to 3rd as they're working off the turn. White flag is in the air this time by for Gabe Cyr. Brings it off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. The 0 Pecor has cleared Brianna Ladouceur for the 2 spot. Then it's Steve Morris and Derek Kreineman. Styles Arquette completing it. Checkered flag is out. Cyr will dominate this one. 2nd spot will go to Pecor. 3rd will be Brianna Ladouceur in the 15. And it will be Morris, Kreineman, and Styles Arquette in that order. So that does it for heat number 2 in the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Sportsman Division. And Gabe Cyr parks it in victory lane. As he brings it to the attention of victory lane. How about a big round of applause for the 94 of Gabriel Cyr? So Gabe gets it done. See what happens in heat number 3.
In fine fashion, too.
Oh, yes. Just get out in front and drive away from everybody.
Yep.
Hoping for a little better result. Well, actually, 8th place finish last night at the Airborne Park Speedway in Plattsburgh. So not an awfully bad night for him. Joey Scarborough picked up the victory last night over there. So,
well, heat number 3 of the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Sportsman out on the track. Junior Delormier in the 45D. Emmanuel St. Denis in the 65 goes away on the outside pole. Then it'll be the 3 of Adam Rozo. Tristan Draper in the number 17 outside of row number 2. Then we got Tyler Chavug in the 85. Chris Ferguson in the 08. Correction, Martin Hebert is going to be driving Ferguson's car for this heat. Robert Delormier in the 21D. Gilles Godard in the 351. As we are underway. And Roscoe Garro in the 87. And Godard having some problems with the 351 on the backstretch. He's going to pull it pit side. As Emmanuel St. Denis in the 65 trying to pull away with this one. He's got Junior Delormier right there with him. Great battle going on for 2nd spot. Junior Delormier hanging on to it right now. He's got Chavug right behind him. Chavug dives down to the bottom. He's going to try to make the pass. Delormier able to find something on the top side. Tristan Draper tucked in right behind him in that 17. Great battle again continues for 2nd spot. Junior Delormier's got his hands full. 2 other cars trying to find a way around. St. Denis way out in front now. He's got half a front stretch lead. Halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. Junior Delorme to the top side. Javug to the bottom. Emmanuel Saint-Denis continues to lead. Battle continues for second. Junior Delorme hanging on. Draper trying to find the line to get around him. And so is Tyler Javug. Javug pulls up alongside, backs off. He's going to try it again down at the bottom of turn number 2. Javug shows the front tire to Delorme. Javug in the 85 again, trying that bottom groove. Junior Delorme on the top side. He's got him at the flag stand as the white comes out. It's going to be Emmanuel Saint-Denis taking the checkers, but the battle for second continues. Junior Delorme in the 45D holding on a second. It's going to be Javug one more time trying to make it, but it's going to be Delorme taking second in the 45D. Javug finishes third. Draper will finish in the number 4 spot. Great battle from start to finish for that second place, but it's Emmanuel Saint-Denis walking away with it right from the start. And we've seen that so far, guys. The guy who starts on the pole just puts the hammer down and drives away with it. How about a round of applause for the 65 of Emmanuel Saint-Denis? Third and final, Tracy Wheeler assists to sell Sportsman Heat as we are getting set to roll out the 358 modified division. And Martin, you've got the call of the first heat.
Yes, exactly, Yui. So first of 3 modifieds heat race. You'll find the 188 of David Papineau, the 87 of David Hébert, the 17 of Marc Terrien. Last week winner, the 38 of Luke Whitaker, 10 of Gabriel Richer, 22C of Mario Claire, and the 46 of Kale Robidoux. Robidoux making a return this week after missing last week's event. And the 46 car as we're ready to go. Green flag is out. Good start for the 87 of David Hébert. David Hébert qui vient prendre les commandes de cette première de 3 qualifications devant le 188 de David Papineau. Luke Whitaker présentement 3e. Mario Claire qui tente d'aller chercher une bonne position aussi. Vient faire une belle manœuvre avec Marc Terrien. On se pousse quelque peu. Marc Terrien sort de piste. Alors que Luke Whitaker tente d'aller chercher la première place sur David Hébert. On va au jaune. We're going to yellow. A little bit of pushing between Mario Claire and Marc Terrien. Terrien will go see Claire just to let him know that he's not happy with his behavior on the speedway, but that's racing. Donc on a 2 tours de compléter dans cette qualification. On ira au drapeau blanc. On ira avec évidemment le départ Delaware. We're using the Delaware start as well. As you see David Hébert running alone in front. Papineau and Luke Whitaker are forming the second line with Mario Claire, Kyle Robidoux, Terrien, and Gabriel Richer. On ira au vert. We'll go back to green. We're back to green. David Hébert still your leader with Whitaker charging hard from his second position. Hébert trying to resist Whitaker has been really fast so far here this season, winning last week and also being one of the top runners during the qualifying rounds. Hébert toujours le meneur devant Luke Whitaker. Whitaker toujours rapide, très rapide depuis le début de la saison. A trouvé une très bonne combinaison à Cornwall, toujours rapide durant les qualifications. Lui qui a remporté la victoire la semaine dernière, comme on l'a rappelé. On va pouvoir rouler côte à côte. Donc Marc Terrien dirige vers les puits. Bonne bataille présentement entre les deux pilotes pour la première position. Whittaker, qui est très rapide, vient donner une petite touche à David Hébert, mais on a vu les deux pilotes rouler avec quand même le plus grand respect. A lot of respect between both drivers as Whittaker is charging hard, but not being too aggressive. With Hébert still your leader. Papineau, Claire, and Robidoux, your top 5, with Gabriel Richer rounding out your top 6. One lap to go. Dernier tour dans cette qualification. David Hébert, veteran driver, knows how to lead a race, as you can see there. Will have to resist again to a late charge, but wins the race over Luke Whittaker, David Papineau, Mario Claire, Cale Robidoux, and Gabriel Richer. Rounds out your top 6. David Hébert had to he showed the young gun how it's made of, but of what he's made of. And he'll come and get the checker flag. Good round of applause for the 87 of David Hébert. Hébert already a feature winner in Granby with the one car, driving the 87 this season here at Cornwall. So pretty fortunate to have one of the best drivers up from the province of Quebec.
Well, Timmy and Martin, before we announce this next heat, dedicating the modified feature in memory of Scott McDougall, and that's from the Ladouceur family. So Joey Ladouceur dedicating his performance this evening in memory of Scott McDougall.
Well, here we go. Heat number 2 for the 358 modifieds. The 96 of JF Corriveau on point. Outside will be the 18 of Louis Jackson Jr. Joey Ladouceur inside row number 2 in the 23 and 151 of Brian Slim McDonald alongside Kerry Terrance, Chris Raby, and the Doctor, Danny Johnson. Green lights are on and away we go. Into 1 and 2 they go. First trip around. 3 wide back there for 4th. 5th and 6th, Kerry Terrance on the bottom as him and Brian McDonald squeeze Raby out of the line as they work it up off the corner first trip around. It will be the 96 of Corriveau out in front. Joey Ladouceur back there second, followed by Jackson as the 66 of Terrance trying to hold Brian McDonald at bay, but it's not that easy to do that. Chris Raby, Danny Johnson back there battling for position as well. Remember, Dwaron Engineering heat points on the line for the Dwaron Engineering Cup as they work it down into turns 3 and 4. Top 2 drivers pulling away from the field, but everybody is after Louis Jackson Jr. for position number 3. Kerry Terrance has the inside lane. Chris Raby trying to move in. Brian McDonald got slipped up on the line, and Danny Johnson just watching it all unfold in front of him. Off the corner they go. 4 laps in the book. 6 more remain as they head off of corner number 2 and down the back stretch. The top 2 drivers have pulled away, and Chris Raby going after Kerry Terrance. They make slight contact in turns 3 and 4 as they're working off the corner this time by Terrance in control of the 3rd spot, but Raby, fresh off his 3rd win of the season at the Airborne Park Speedway in Plattsburgh last night, pulls it on by the 66 of Terrance. Now he will move up into 3rd as they click off lap number 6 this time by Louis Jackson Jr., Brian McDonald, and Johnson complete the rest of your field as they head into turns 1 and 2. JF Corriveau brings it into turns 3 and 4. He's got a healthy 5-car length advantage over the 23 of Ladouceur. Chris Raby still 3rd. Kerry Terrance has finally settled himself into a groove. He holds the 4th spot, followed by McDonald, Jackson, and Johnson in that order. Tough heat race out there, and JF Corriveau is making it look rather easily in the Grinder Steakhouse 96. 2 laps left to go, and JF Corriveau driving away from the field as they work it down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. Final time around for JF Corriveau. He's dominated this heat race right from the drop of the green flag. Joey Ladouceur still 2nd, followed by the 01 of Raby. As they head into turns 3 and 4, final time off of corner number 4, and JF Corriveau will get the victory. 2nd spot still up for grabs. It will go to Joey Ladouceur. Raby will cross in 3rd, followed by Kerry Terrance, Brian McDonald, Danny Johnson, and Louis Jackson Jr. in that order. So, probably one of the toughest heat races out there with the quality field of drivers that we have, and JF Corriveau will park it in victory lane. How about a big round of applause for the 96 of JF Corriveau? Oh, no. Huey, hi. What's going on?
Oh, hi. I was just about to give Austin a list, see if he wanted to do a race.
Yeah, Austin can do it.
Oh, he says we don't want him to announce. He's right. We don't want him to announce. The third and final 358 modified heat rolls out onto the field. The Little Hammer on the 115, Stéphane Lafrance. Mathieu Boisvert in the 73 JR outside pole. Going to be Lance Willix in the 31 down on the inside of row number 2 on the outside. Timmy O'Brien in the 88. Gage Moray in the 16. And Corey Wheeler in the Fat Lash Chip Stand 47S. Rounding out the field, looking for a clean start in the wired audio zone, and we are underway. 10 laps is the distance. LaFrance gets on it first. He's going to lead him through 1 and 2. Willix trying to keep it close. He's got Mathieu Boisvert on the outside, and Willix slides it into the number 2 spot with the 31. Here comes Gage Moray now down on the inside, trying to battle for third with Mathieu Boisvert. Timmy O'Brien says, I'm going to the high side. He's going to try to run around Gage Moray for sole possession of 4th. That's where the battle is now. 4th, 5th, and 6th, as 1, 2, and 3 have all started to pull away from the rest of the field. Stéphane Lafrance in the 115 pulls away Willix in second with the 31. Then it's Mathieu Boisvert hanging on at third. Moray in 4th with the 16. Now they're putting down some pretty good laps now here in the modified division. Third and final heat here in the 358 modified division. Stéphane Lafrance coming out on the pole, trying to walk away with this one. He's doing a really good job of that so far. Now Willix and Boisvert just trying to reel in Lafrance as they bring it around by the flag stand, this time by Jason Aikman, showing them 5 in, 5 to go at the halfway point. Stéphane Lafrance down the backstretch in the 115, pulling away. Willix in second with the 31. Then it's Mathieu Boisvert in the 73 JR. Hanging on to third. Moray up to the number 4 spot with the 16. Then it's O'Brien in the 88. In 5th, Wheeler in 6th with the 47S. Auto Engineering Point Cup on the line here. All the points going to the Heat Point Cup. And, of course, Track Championship. Al Lafrance from start to lap number 8, way out in front. Brings it through turn 4, down past the flag stand. 2 laps to go here in the third and final 358 modified heat. Al Lafrance continues to lead as the field really stretched out now. White flag comes out onto the field one more time around. Well, Willix doing everything he can in that 31 in second place to try to reel in Lafrance, but he's just going to run out of time and laps as the checkered flag comes out for the 115 of Lafrance. Willix will finish second with the 31. It'll be Boisvert in third with the 73 JR. 16 of Moray will finish 4th. 5th will be O'Brien in the 88. And Wheeler rounding out in 6th with the 47S. Well, here comes your heat winner down to the flag stand for the checkered flag photo. How about a round of applause for the 115 of the Little Hammer, Stéphane Lafrance.
I was talking to him earlier tonight. He was looking forward to this evening as the track will become drier as well. So those are the types of conditions that Stéphane likes, and the proof is in the pudding. He just won the third heat.
We saw it in the first and the second heat as well. Drivers racing hard. They go back to Whitaker and Hébert in the first heat. Contact made a few times. With a slick track, everybody drives away. Nobody gets hurt. With a heavy, really fast track, the cars just dig in and there's nowhere to go. That's when they go up over wheels, things get damaged. But yeah, you mentioned nice, smooth, slick track this evening.
Yep. Exactly, as we'll get the first of 2 Alexandria Omar Dwyer Pro Stock Heat event. You'll find the 8X of Cody Kelly. Besides him, the 6 of Stéphane Lebrun, the 4 of Roch Aubin. Marc Lalonde will start in 4th. The 11A of Dave Seguin, 99 of Ghislain Valade, and your points leader, in 7th position right now. The 55 of George Renault. We're going to green. Solid start for Stéphane Lebrun. Stéphane Lebrun qui vient prendre la première position devant Cody Kelly et Roch Aubin. On a eu accrochage derrière avec Marc Lalonde et Renault qui se sont accrochés, mais tout le monde peut continuer. Des ennuis pour la voiture 11A de Dave Séguin. Dave Séguin slowing out of turn number 3 as the yellow will come out, as well as 55 of George Renault, who's slowing down as well. We'll head to the pits to go and see if there's some damage on the car, with Stéphane Lebrun still in the lead. Stéphane Lebrun toujours votre meneur. On a un tour de compléter, 7 à faire. We have 1 lap completed, 7 to go.
Martin, quick update from 5 Mile Point with the big blocks. The quick time with the Pole Position Raceway Quick Time Award, Mad Max McLaughlin, 15.315. So he's on the pole for heat race 1. Mike Mahaney's on the pole for the second heat. Billy Decker and Larry White on the pole for their respective heats as well. So,
yeah, and these guys will be here on July 9th when the big blocks will come to Cornwall Motor Speedway. So looking forward to see these drivers. That young gun, Max McLaughlin, is one of the drivers to watch with the HBR team. But yeah, it will be fun to watch for sure, as the points battle seems to be a little bit tighter this year.
Yeah,
Matt Shepard still leading the way, but there's a few guys that are aiming for that title as well.
Oh, for sure. Decker, Larry White, Max, Jimmy Phelps. Brett the Jet Hearn, can't count him out either. 137-time winner with the Super Dirt Car Series. So they'll all be here and trying to take on our Cornwall regulars, which is never easy, as we've seen in the past. Some of our regulars have done pretty well against the big block invaders.
Yep, one of the few tracks where the small blocks are just as much chance of winning as the big blocks do. And we've seen that in the past.
Yes.
Exactly, with Chris Raby and Stéphane Lafrance a few years back challenging Brett Hearn as well. So it's if the track gets slick like tonight, we can see a few small blocks causing some surprises. As we're going back to green, on retourne au vert. Good start again for Stéphane Lebrun. Lebrun still leads the way over Aubin and Cody Kelly. But Ghislain Valade trying hard to get that third position from Kelly. He does. Ghislain Valade maintenant votre troisième position. Stéphane Lebrun toujours le meneur devant Aubin et Ghislain Valade. Cody Kelly et Marc Lalonde complètent le peloton. You see Aubin right now trying to get closer to the leader, as we have 3 laps completed. Ghislain Valade now running third. We'll go to the halfway point in this first of 2 heats in the Alexandria Omar Dwyer Pro Stock Division. Mi-course dans cette première de 2 qualifications. Stéphane Lebrun toujours aux commandes devant Roch Aubin et Ghislain Valade. Marc Lalonde et Cody Kelly complètent votre peloton. Kelly a une crevaison avant gauche. Cody Kelly has a front left flat. As you can see, he has trouble handling his Pro Stock machine. 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire pour Lebrun devant Roch Aubin et Valade. Pro Stocks having a busy weekend, being in Granby on Friday with the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series. Lebrun had a top 10 finish there on Friday in this 50-lap event that Timmy was mentioning earlier. The winner was Robbie Atman, the regular driver from Lebanon Valley. Always one of the top guys to watch, as Stéphane Lebrun comes and gets the checker flag in front of Roch Aubin. Ghislain Valade and Marc Lalonde with Kelly heading to the pits. These guys will be off next week. The Pro Stocks, as we were mentioning earlier, the World of Outlaws will be in town next week, the late model division. Les Pro Stocks seront en congé la semaine prochaine, mais entre-temps, right now, a good round of applause for Stéphane Lebrun. So I was mentioning the World of Outlaws being here next week with Brandon Shepard, Chris Madden, Tyler Herb, Chubb Zilla, Chubb Frank, and we'll probably have a few regulars as well from the Brighton area joining the field, so getting at least 20 to 25 cars.
Guys like Charlie Sandercock
Yes.
and Callie Weiss making their way into that series when they come into the smaller tracks in our area.
Absolutely. As we get set to go Pro Stock, Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock Heat number 2. Justin DeRosier in the 29 alongside of C.D. Beauchamp in the number 88. Bob Ray in the number 18 alongside of him. Jeffrey LaPalme in the 88L. Dave Bissonette, the 47, along with the 57K of Kevin Federle Jr. Green lights back on at the Wired Audio Fire Zone, and away we go. Second and final Pro Stock Heat event on track right now. The Mini Stocks, Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stocks on track, will be on track next for their first of 2 heats. As they working off of turns 3 and 4, first trip around, it will be C.D. Beauchamp leading the way. And a couple of basically team cars out there. The 29 of Justin DeRosier going at it with Jeffrey LaPalme down the back chute. Bob Ray, Kevin Federle, and the 47 of Bissonette looking for room to go. And oh my, DeRosier spins, and Dave Bissonette collects the back end of the Bob Ray number 18 ride. Caution flag is out. Looks like mainly cosmetic damage on the 18 of Bob Ray, but Dave Bissonette has some heavy right front damage on his number 47 machine.
Definitely a right front flat for sure, but
yes.
And just a racing accident, Timmy. Nowhere for anyone to go.
Hit 47 of
One car
Bissonette
gets
looking
out
for
of
room to
shape,
go. And
gets
oh my,
back in.
DeRosier spins,
Unfortunately.
and Dave Bissonette collects the back end of the Bob Ray
got
number 18
bottlenecked up
ride.
there, and
Caution
no
flag
place
is
for
out.
anyone
To go.
I think Bob Ray's going to be taking it pit side to take a look at it as he's going around the field.
I mentioned the racing action that happened in Mohawk on Friday night. Last night, Brockville, Ontario Speedway. We had the Patriot Sprint Tour in town. And Rick Wilson, the Joyceville Jet, ended an 11-year winless drought with the Patriot Sprint Tour. Collected the big win there, leading all 25 laps. 358 modified feature. It was a battle between the O'Brien brothers, this time between Danny and Timmy. Timmy ended up being the big winner there. Danny came home in the number 2 spot for the second straight week. Sportsman division, Dylan Evoy just continues to go to the front, win races, his second of the year.
Danny doesn't win, but he's pretty darn close at second 2 weeks in a row.
Yep, and he was close right at the end last week too with Joe Banks. So
that's going to help the points, even though you lost the feature. I mean, everybody wants to win it, but
yeah, exactly. But you know, Danny will win his share this year, and 4 top 2 finishes to start the year is not too awfully bad.
No, that's a pretty good start.
So we're just about set and ready to go. This is the Delaware-style start, or as the late models call it, the Dixie double file restart. Ready to go at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turns 3 and 4. Green lights are on, and away we go. As they head through 1 and 2, C.D. Beauchamp in control. A pair of 88s occupy the top 2 spots as Bob Ray makes his way back out on the speedway. Meanwhile, it is C.D. Beauchamp in front. The 88L of Jeffrey LaPalme back to the 2 spot. Federle gives him a little bit of a shot in turn number 4. That opens up the door for the 29 of Justin DeRosier to move up to the 3 spot as Federle working that outside lane once again as they working off of corner number 2. And Federle will regain the 3rd spot down the back stretch. Meanwhile, as they work it up off the turn, C.D. Beauchamp well in control. 4 laps are complete, 4 more to go. Keep in mind, all these drivers in this field right now, with Bob Ray making it back out for 5th, they will all receive RSI Industrial heat points as well. But C.D. Beauchamp wants to get the most, and that's 5 to the winner. And he has got the top spot right now with LaPalme in 2nd, followed by Federle in 3rd. DeRosier and Bob Ray, and Bob slows it to a stop over there in turn number 4, and the yellow flag will come out.
Well, Bob was able to make it in and get that rear end checked, and looks like they cut some of the sheet metal away. It was probably rubbing on the back tire, and having some handling problems with that number 18 now. So caution comes out, and he rejoins the back of the field.
So we will keep our eye on Bob Ray there as he will. Looks like he is going to go pit side with the number 18, the defending Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock champion.
So we'll have a new champion in that division with Bob jumping up into the Pro Stock ranks.
Absolutely. C.D. Beauchamp will lead the way. He's got the front row all to himself. 88L of Jeff Lapalme holds second. Federley third. Justin DeRosier fourth. Looking to close this one out. 3 laps left to decide it. Green light's back on, and we're back underway. Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Heat events will be next, and Kevin Federley Jr. has found something on that outside lane. He gets by Lapalme for second, and he's going after Beauchamp for the race lead as they head through 3 and 4 and down the home straightaway. Side by side goes Beauchamp and Federley. And Federley, by about a car length, sits back there in second, but he's going after Beauchamp one more time down the backstretch. Lapalme sits back there third, followed by DeRosier in fourth. White flag is in the air. This race is not over with at all as they bring it down in front. Beauchamp by a half car length that time. Into 1 and 2. Beauchamp goes up the racetrack a little bit, cuts the line off that Federley was using, and that's the difference right there. Federley actually slowed a little bit, and that's going to allow for Jeffrey Lapalme to get on by. Second spot has been taken by Lapalme, but the winner will be C.D. Beauchamp, and the 88L of Lapalme will cross in second, followed by the 57 of Federley and the 29 of Justin DeRosier. So the RSI Industrial Heat points, 5 is the most you can get, and C.D. Beauchamp does collect them all as he brings it into victory lane. How about a big round of applause for the 88 of C.D. Beauchamp. Well, the first of 2 Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Heats are ready to rock and roll, and Huey, I think you got the lineup over there ready to go.
I do have the lineup right in front of me. I'm going to pass that over to Austin again, but he's not going to do it.
No.
8 cars, 6 laps will be the distance for the first of 2 Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Heats. The 9 of Eric Jean-Louis will take them away off the pole. Skylar Ladouceur in the 74 set to go on the outside pole. Francis Desjardins in the D13 inside of row number 2. Dustin Bodie in the D77 on the outside of that second row. Mike Gaucher inside of row number 3 with the 3. Marc Dagenet in the 15 set to go on the outside of that third row. Carl Potvin, big winner earlier on in the Cindy Ladouceur first memorial race, goes away inside the back row, and David Arbuthnot in the 14D set to round out the field. Al Sheldonberger, our junior flag person, waves the green, and they're underway. And a reminder, kids, to join the Cornwall Motor Speedway Junior Fan Club. And you too can be chosen as a junior flag person and do just what Justin is doing up there. Skylar Ladouceur in the lead. Gaucher with the 3, gets the nose up on the inside, backs off down the backstretch. And Potvin on the move down the backstretch, picks up 2 spots with the 14. Now finds himself up into the number 4 position. Ladouceur holding off Gaucher. Ladouceur with the 74L in the lead. Gaucher with the number 3 in the number 2 spot. As they come around by the flag stand this time, they're going to be shown the halfway point. 3 in, 3 to go. First of 2 Polar Sound DJ Service Mini Stock Heats. And the 14 of Carl Potvin, trying to continue his winning ways. Started in 7th, now finds himself battling for the number 2 spot as he's trying to reel in Gaucher, and he's doing just that. Closed about a couple of car lengths on him there on the front stretch. Ladouceur still hanging on to that lead. Gaucher tucked right in behind. Here's the number 3 car for second. Here comes Potvin with the number 14. Potvin into third. White was on the field. It's 2 corners to go for Ladouceur to hold it all together. He'll bring it around this time to the checkered flag waving. It's going to be Ladouceur taking the heat win. Gaucher finishes second with the number 3 car, and Carl Potvin in the 14 rounds out your top 3. That's first of 2 Polar Sound DJ Service mini stock heats. And as he brings it around to the flag stand for the victory photo, how about a round of applause for the 74L of Skylar Ladouceur. And junior flag person Justin Berger down there with the checkered flag as well. Reminder again, kids 12 and under, join the junior fan club, and you too can have your name called out and be a junior flag person.
So we'll get the second heat on the Speedway, the Polar Sound DJ Mini Stock division, as we'll find the 83C of Corey Gates, the 12A of Jamie Larocque, 49 of Alexis Charbonneau, 88 of Dylan Kirkland, the 2L of Justin Leroux, 0 car of Tyler French, and also joining the group, the 11T of Teddy Bird. Finished second in Brockville last night. As we're going to green au Vauvert dans cette deuxième qualification mini stock. Corey Gates takes the lead as Larocque and Kirkland are running behind him. Great move from Jamie Larocque. Jamie Larocque qui vient prendre les commandes pour cette deuxième qualification. On s'accroche quelque peu. Corey Gates est toujours en deuxième position. Tyler French qui joint le groupe de meneurs également dans la voiture 0 en compagnie d'Alexis Charbonneau. Se bataille présentement pour la troisième position. Alors que Jamie Larocque est toujours votre meneur. Jamie Larocque still in the lead. Good battle for the second spot. A three-way battle right now with French, Charbonneau, and Corey Gates. Dylan Kirkland still in the mix as well with the 88 car. Top 5 runners so far as we're getting to halfway point. Jamie Larocque just got a little bit lighter as he lost some parts in turn number 4. Larocque, votre meneur, viendra chercher tour numéro 4, mais perd le contrôle, loses his first position. As we will go to yellow flag. Next on the card will be the second feature of the evening, as we'll be completing our 8 programs. We'll have the street stock feature with 25 laps, and then the Polar Sound Novice Sportsman feature. On est à notre dernière qualification de la soirée. On ira ensuite en finale. On aura 6 finales. We still have 6 features to go. Street stock seront en piste après avec une finale de 25 tours. Ensuite, les novices Sportman, Polar Sound DJ pour 15. Nous irons à l'intermission. Tour numéro 4, mais perd le contrôle. Loses his first position. Et la catégorie mini-stock viendra conclure la soirée. So, 2 features, then intermission time. A little bit of track prep. We'll do some draws for the kids. We'll have the kids bus as well, the fun bus tonight. So as soon as we're done with the 2 features, we'll go into, as I'm mentioning, into intermission time. As Gates and French will come to green in this second heat race for the Polar Sound DJ Mini Stocks. Gates et French as we will go to green. Green flag is out. It was a drag race between Gates and French as the zero car of French took the lead with Charbonneau in third, Kirkland and Baird your top five. White flag is out, le drapeau blanc pour Tyler French. Great looking car with the zero as Dylan Kirkland has moved up to a second spot. He will come and get the checker flag, the zero car of Tyler French. Dylan Kirkland, Teddy Baird, Justin Leroux, Corey Gates, Alexis Charbonneau, and Jamie Larocque rounds out the field as Tyler French making his way to Cornwall from Belleville, Ontario. Here tonight for the Cindy Ladouceur mini stock and also taking his chances for the second 15 laps. So a good round of applause for the zero car of Tyler French. Tyler French qui provient de la ville de Belleville. Ici ce soir pour la finale 25 tours qu'on a couru plus tôt et prendra ses chances également pour la finale de 15 tours qui aura lieu plus tard également. As we will be ready to go into feature mode as the semi-pro or street stocks used to call them semi-pros in the past, but now street stocks.
Yes,
Duke
sir.
stock.
Or Duke stock, yeah,
Duke
exactly.
stock, street stock, pier stock, hobby stock. Someplace they call them thunder cars.
Oh, Shawinigan still calls them Thunder cars.
I call them street stocks. They
Us 80s kids call them Duke stock.